Hello, everyone. My name is Megan Carbiener, and I'm a librarian at Coolidge Public Library. And we're really excited to have this virtual interview with the Arizona Libraries about their Tech Access phone line.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole Umayam. I'm the Digital Inclusion Library Consultant with the Arizona State Library Archives and Public Records. And I'm happy to talk with you today about our pilot project, the Arizona Libraries Tech Access phone line.
Yeah, we're very excited to hear more about it. So one of the first questions I have is, who can use this service?
So this service is available for anybody in the area. Any part of the state can call our phone line and they'll be connected with an Arizona Library staff member. So we can get calls from a 5-year-old who wants help learning how to use Zoom for the first time for schooling, or from a 91-year-old who's wanting help making the text size bigger on their cell phone so that they can text easier. Both of those are real examples.
Yeah, that's great. So it's a whole variety of ages. Anybody can call in, so that's great. Another one of my questions I was going to ask that works perfectly is, who is on the other end of the service? Is it a real person?
We're absolutely real people. On the other end, you'll hear from one of 5 of our awesome team members, and these are all library staff from 5 different libraries across the state. So right now, they're from Perry Library, Desert Foothills, Bullhead City, Clifton Public Library, and the East Flagstaff Community Library. So it's really a network of these really great, enthusiastic, helpful library staff who are here to sort of recreate the one-on-one help that you might get when you're in the library, in the public computer lab. If you flag a staff member down and ask for a question, we're doing similar things over the phone.
Yeah, that's wonderful. So how do people take advantage of this service? Is it through call, email? What are all the different formats people can use?
So our aim is to be really as accessible as possible for whatever people find comfortable to get some sort of one-on-one help. So you can make an appointment online at our website, which is connect-arizona.com. You can also call us at 602-529-1519. We also receive text messages and we can text you back as well. And our hotline is really more of a warm line at this point. So we ask that callers will leave a message, briefly describe your project or your issue, and then that gives us enough time to do some research and get back to you. But we schedule this help by appointment. So whatever time is most convenient for you, we're available from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday. And so when on the form or in your voice call, you can set up a time that you'd like to be contacted. You can also email us at azlibtap@gmail.com.
Okay, great. Do you guys do Zoom calls ever, or is it more just through phone or email or text?
At this point, we're only doing phone, email, and text for support, but we know with tech help and with long distance tech help, having some sort of ability to screen share is really going to be important. So we're looking into some options for what's going to be easiest, especially for people who might be new to technology. What are the platforms that are most accessible for them to get some assistance right away?
Okay, that's great to know. That's perfect. Okay, and another question, how is this service funded? Is it a certain grant that you got, or how are you being supported?
Oh, good question. So this project is funded with federal funds from the Institute of Museum and Library Services, and it's through a set of funding called the Library Science and Technology Act. And so the state library gets awarded these monies, and we direct it to offering subgrants to public libraries throughout Arizona and all types of libraries, as well as to supporting some of our own projects and initiatives.
Great, that's good to hear. What about if people don't have access to the internet at this time because of the pandemic? How can you help them with internet issues?
I'm so glad you brought that up because that's really one of our core missions is helping everybody get online when it's so vital, especially at this time, but it's always been a real lifeline for people to meet their basic needs. So we have a couple of different ways that we can help people. It depends on their specific cases, but we do have a free public Wi-Fi map that's statewide that we're constantly updating and adding locations to. So you can give us a call and we will find the closest free public Wi-Fi spot that will help you get connected there. But we know that parking lot Wi-Fi isn't really a great way to be connected long-term. And the ultimate goal is that people can have home internet access, right? That's also affordable and meets their needs. So depending on where people are, we'll work with you to figure out the best service options, whether you need a low income plan or just someone provider that can meet high bandwidth speeds for things like gaming or a lot of virtual Zoom chats. Anything that's going to meet your individual needs, we'll be able to work with you on that.
Wow. Yeah, that's such a great service to be able to just give you a call and have someone figure out exactly where to go or how to get the best internet. So I'm really glad you brought that up as well.
It can be such a confusing and scary process. So even just having a friendly voice walking you through it, kind of helping you understand all the different types of services that might be available. There's a lot of information out there and a lot of people will sell you whatever you want, but sometimes you just need a friendly voice to help you out.
Definitely. Yeah, that's a great service. So I know another thing you offer with this is job help. What kind of job help do you offer? Like helping people apply for online jobs or find them, or do you do resume and cover letter help? Explain that a little more for us.
Yeah, so I like this question as well because some people might be familiar with the idea of a career navigator. And our project is actually based on a digital navigator model where it's almost like a caseworker where we're working one-on-one to just figure out what are your needs. Do you need connectivity? Do you need a device? Do you need help figuring out how to get some of those computer skills or web literacy skills? In terms of job help, we're not a designated job skills or job help entity, but we do have a lot of information about where those jobs might be posted, online tools that you can use to help refine or create your resume, as well as a number of career readiness and career preparedness online resources. So we're really happy to help customize and even connect you with some local resources that might be better suited for more of the career navigator services as well.
Yeah. And something really great about this service is how personalized it can be. Like you said, you're talking to a real person and they're helping you with resources in your area for your specific needs. So depending on whatever job or help you need, they're there for you. So that's exciting.
Exactly. And I will mention that in our navigators model, it is about repeat calls if needed. So if you need to talk, once a week for a little while until you're comfortable running on your own, we're happy to do that. So we have callers who will call in every week just wanting a little bit more assistance with, one new app on their phone or one new tool for using, using Google Docs or something like that.
Yeah, in that way, it's kind of like a course where you can, have a once a week lesson in something with tech. So that is very helpful. I love that. Okay, so do you advise users about using digital library content and library apps as well?
Absolutely. And since we are a library network and we rely on our libraries to kind of help us get the word out, we're noticing we have a lot of calls about how to download ebooks, how to use Libby. Hey, why isn't my content showing up where I think it is? Even sometimes navigating library catalogs. So it's always a fun challenge for our library staff.
Yeah, that's great because I know we get a lot of questions.
The people on the phone line, they've been building up a knowledge bank for all of these little issues. So as we get new questions, we're kind of refining what we know and our ability to answer quickly too with a number of different platforms. And we hear that from people too. There's so many different platforms, so many new ways to navigate online that you're having to learn. It can be hard to keep up with.
Yeah, and that's why it's also so helpful for the librarians too, because they're learning all these new skills and figuring it all out along with you. So I love it. Okay, and then one of my last questions here is, do you provide advice about safe internet usage with like privacy procedures in order to protect our users' identities and other information?
Yeah, and you know that comes back to being able to provide sort of customized support, because we do have callers from organizations as well as individuals. So we have a number of online resources that we can point people to after sort of figuring out a little bit more about, well, what types of things are you usually doing online? What sorts of sites are you going to? We can provide some basic overviews for those first-time users of, sort of demystifying the scary world, the internet. But we also get calls from nonprofit organizations who want to know how to get connected in the first place, and they have some different needs. We're also getting more calls from schools and from students, from pretty young students too, who are entering this online world for the first time as well. And so they have some different needs than maybe somebody who wants some more sophisticated information, like using a VPN, or they have an encrypted email service or something like that.
Yeah. Wow, that's great. It's such a wide range of things you can help people with. So
a fantastic team. Fantastic.
That's great. Yeah. So any other examples or information that you want people to know about this service?
Yep. So we do on our website, connect-arizona.com, we do have a list of discount internet offers. Of course, it's hard to get every single offer that's out there, but we try to keep it as updated as possible. And we have a list of places where individuals can go to purchase computers that are usually offered at a discount, or sometimes they're available for free. So we know that internet alone isn't really the end of our work. It's also making sure people have a device that can meet some of their needs. So relying just on a cell phone is pretty hard if you try to do something like a resume, or write a paper for school. You really want to have a keyboard and a larger screen to make some of those activities. So we're really here to help you with anything within the world of getting connected.
Yeah, and that is so wonderful. We really appreciate you talking to us about all of this, Nicole, and we want to encourage everyone to use that Arizona Library's Tech Access phone line. It is such a great resource, as we've learned this whole time. And thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Megan. And thank you to the Coolidge Public Library. You guys rock.